Vulnerability in Hollywood often arrives gift-wrapped in scripted monologues, but Penn Badgley has stripped it bare, laying his soul on the podcast mic to confront the ghosts of grief that nearly unraveled his marriage. On Totally Booked, the Gossip Girl alum and you anti-hero dissected a chapter of profound loss. 2 consecutive miscarriages with wife Domino Kirke that pushed them to the precipice of separation, all before the joyous arrival of their 3 children. That sort of loss is really common and we should. I don't know if talking about it alone is what we need. We at least need to start by talking about it more, Badgley urged, his voice cracking with the weight of hindsight. In a landscape where male stars rarely voice paternal pain, his candor is a clarion call, illuminating the silent epidemic of miscarriage and its ripple effects on families. Badgley's journey to this revelation is as layered as the characters he inhabits. Born in 1986 in Baltimore, he rose from John Tucker must-die teen flick fodder to Upper East Side schemer Dan Humphrey, whose bookish charm masked Gossip Girl's soapy underbelly. But Joe Goldberg, obsessive stalker turned Netflix obsession, cemented his pivot to darker depths, earning Emmys buzz and typecasting fears he deftly dodges with indie fare like Halfway There. Off-screen, his life with Kirke, a British-American musician and sister to Girls star Jemima Kirke, is a study in grounded artistry. They met in 2012 on a flight, fate's rom-com trope, eloped in 2017 in a New Jersey courthouse, and welcomed son James in 2020, followed by daughter Frances in 2023. Yet, beneath the Instagram idol lies a narrative of resilience forged in fire. The podcast episode, tied to Badgley's new essay collection The Book of Penn, plunges into that inferno. This was our second loss together. A time when it did not feel as though the cycle would break, he writes, evoking the suffocating isolation of repeated heartbreak. Miscarriages, affecting 10 to 20% of known pregnancies per the Mayo Clinic, are statistically commonplace yet culturally taboo, whispered in support groups, not primetime chats. Badgley names it unflinchingly, the miscarriages do happen all the time and they can be really, really painful. I would say they universally are painful. Maybe not everybody's fully allowed to feel that way. His words echo the societal script that sidelines male grief, framing fathers to be as supportive sidekicks rather than co-mourners. Central to his essay is a haunting memory, the tripped-out black-and-white sono imagery of their still baby, a spectral echo that haunts every subsequent ultrasound. Seeing our still baby in that is a dreadful memory I can't shake every time we go for a sonogram now, he confesses, the vulnerability raw as an open wound. This wasn't abstract loss, it was visceral, fracturing their bond amid a culture that doesn't talk much about these things or know how to support those going through it. Badgley and Kirke, artists attuned to emotions' nuances, her in Jemima's bohemian orbit, him dissecting obsession on screen, found themselves adrift. My wife and I neared separation as many do after losses like that. Largely because we felt so isolated, he reveals, a statistic-backed truth. Studies from the Journal of Obstetrics and Gynecology show divorce rates spike post-miscarriage due to unprocessed trauma. Kirke's role amplifies the intimacy. A drummer for covetable bands like She and Him, she's channeled pain into punk-tinged poetry, but privately these losses tested her steel. Badgley honors her ferocity, we grieved differently, she outward, fierce, me inward, stewing. Their near split, he explains, stemmed not from blame but burnout, the exhaustion of rebuilding after rubble. Therapy, they credit, was the scaffold. Couples sessions unpacking guilt, anger, the what-ifs, that loop like bad remakes. James's 2020 birth, amid COVID lockdowns, was a phoenix moment. Home births, midnight feeds forging unbreakable ties. Frances and a third child, kept low-key, followed each milestone a defiance of doubt. Badgley's platforming of this pain aligns with his activism. Co-hosting Podcrushed with Nava Kavalin, he's long amplified underheard voices, from U's intimacy coordinator push to mental health PSAs. Here, he ties personal to political. Just to be clear, I'm speaking about miscarriages, underscoring the need for destigmatization. In the Easy era's wake, his 2010 rom-com breakout, Badgley was the affable everyman. Now at 39 he's the sage urging, we need more than talk. We need systems, paid leave, grief counseling and OB/GYNs. His call resonates amid U.S. reproductive rights upheavals post-Roe, where miscarriage care lags, often entangled in legal fears. Public response has been tidal. #BadgleyBrave trended, survivors sharing stories in comment cascades. Your words gave me permission to mourn my husband's silence, one fan wrote, highlighting the domino effect, partners healing through proxy. Critics applaud the gender flip. Rarely do men like Badgley, think Ryan Reynolds' raw fatherhood essays, center reproductive loss, challenging the tough-it-out trope. For Kirke, it's quieter vindication. Her music, laced with lost motifs, gains new listeners seeking solace. As you season 5 bows in 2026, Joe's final unraveling, Badgley's off-screen arc promises more unmaskings. The Book of Penn, blending memoir with manifestos, positions him as Hollywood's conscience, probing fame's facade. This painful period? Not a footnote, but the foreword to their fortified family. In voicing the unvoiceable, Badgley doesn't just shed light. He ignites it, guiding others through the sono shadows toward dawn.